Hello everybody, welcome back to Third Act. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm gonna stop moving my mic. Hello everybody, welcome back to Third Act Thursdays. Woo! We're back in our old setting. Oh my god, this feels really weird.
It feels really weird. When we were setting up, we were both like,
what the heck? Today, we will be talking about Ghost the Musical from the Camille Playhouse, our beautiful friends Chris and Zach. We are starting to go through all the shows that we saw this summer, which we've seen so many. We've seen so many talented people and like new faces and new voices. It's been a lot of fun. So here come all the reviews.
alright guys, so let's get right into it.
We saw this in June. It's July.
It's been a hot minute.
Been a hot minute. This was a lot of fun. You know, it sucks though because we had to miss the understudies. We had to miss the understudies performance. We would have loved to see, both of them just to give everybody a fair chance. But this was a lot of fun to see. And these lovely people are the people that they hired this year for their summer stock.
From what I've talked to Zach, the operations manager, if you watched our previous video, he told me that every summer they try to bring in 4 people that kind of come in and mentor their summer workshop kids, which are usually like the elementary school kids, the middle school kids, and then the high school kids. And it's just kind of like a mentorship so that they can help them grow. And usually, I think every single time that they've done it, these 4 people are studying something in the theater, the fine arts category. So these 4 individuals come down and they mentor these kids of all ages, and they get to be in their 3 main stage productions of the summer, their summer stock season, which this year was Ghost the Musical, which is this one, Significant Other the Play by Joshua Harmon, and the one that's upcoming, their last show of their summer stock season, is Newsies. So we're super excited about that. But they get to be the lead characters, and then their understudies, who are Camille regulars as well, get the Saturday matinee performance. I think that's really cool that they give them that little opportunity to grow, I guess, by learning from these people who are actually out there learning, studying this in school. For those of you who don't know about Ghost, it's actually, Ghost the Musical is based on the 1990s movie with Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze. It's a really, really good movie. The movie was adapted into a musical, and it made its Broadway premiere in 2012, but I believe it started in the West End in London in 2011. But yeah, it's a really good musical. It is. It's very similar to the movie. But yeah, it was really cool to see what they did with the set.
I know.
I thought that was really cool.
So they had the apartment, and they had an upstairs. I'm sure we will find pictures of it, but they had an upstairs with Molly's bedroom. But it was pretty cool. I like the lighting that they used because they stayed in the theme of using purples and blues, and I really like that when they stick to those colors. And then for the song More, they switched it up and they did green, which had to do with money, I liked it a lot. One thing that I have noticed is that everything is so like upstaged, like everything is, because it has to be in order for the pieces of the set to not look so separated. But I would really like it if they would bring it more downstage, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get you. Like kind of make it more of like a depth thing.
Yeah, but I think it just has to do with how they place their platforms, which makes sense. I mean,
yeah, I think it also has to do with
the curtains too, and
well, yeah, I think for me, I think it has to do with the how quickly they can take it off stage.
That too.
Because some of the scene changes did happen pretty quickly, so I feel like it was just a little easier for them to do those scene changes so that it would flow better. But I think like piggybacking off of that, the utilization of space, like with actors on stage and the set pieces, I did enjoy.
Yeah, me too.
I think the space that was lacking maybe in set pieces was filled with people.
Yeah.
So I really did enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more intimate moments were the ones where they came out closer to us, which is what I really liked.
Like 3 Little Words was more downstage, and I loved that. I loved that it was so downstage, but
Yeah.
It called for the scene to be a little bit more, closer. One thing that I did enjoy was the projector in the back. And whenever they had a night sky, the light of the projector looked like the North Star. It looked really cool.
Yeah, what I liked about it was that what I've seen a lot when people use projectors is it's just like a still picture. And what I liked about this one is that it wasn't still.
Yeah.
It looked like you were actually looking outside the window and you saw like things moving. Like things were blowing in the wind, cars were moving, like people were walking, like stuff like that. I thought it added a lot to the atmosphere because it made you that much more, I guess,
in their world.
It made it more authentic to me because it was like, okay, I'm not just looking at a still picture and being like, oh, like we're in New York, like no, like we're in the city, like things are going on outside of where we are right now.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
With their special effects, I did have a little trouble with it, but they worked with what they had, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't like
I don't think it took anything away from the performance.
That's what I was trying to say. It didn't take anything away from it. Like I wasn't like,
Yeah.
But it was
still effective enough for you to understand like
what was happening.
Like he moved that, and now they're like, what the hell? Like this pillow just flew across the room.
Yeah.
That thing. Like I think it still was effective enough to understand what was going on in the plot.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, okay, why did he just do that? Like,
yeah.
As far as the performance elements of the show, I need to know where they like make people like the 4 individuals that were in this musical.
I know.
Because I would like to be remade.
Same.
Because I was so blown away.
Me too.
Like I went in with high expectations because like the Camille has become such a
iconic place to go watch shows.
Well, I was gonna say like a cute little like safe haven. Like I feel like it's a place where you can go and just enjoy yourself. Like
that too. But it's so iconic. The people there, they do multiple things. Go watch our other video.
Yeah,
the
please.
Camille Playhouse.
But I truly was blown away by how talented these people are, and I think the musical was cast so beautifully with who they had. And I think if you watch our previous video about the Camille Playhouse, Chris talks about how he tries to pick shows based on who he has, like who's able to do these shows. And
he did that perfectly with this cast.
He absolutely
did.
And
even the rest of the shows that are listed on here, he did it perfectly for them. Let's start off with Sam Wheat, which was Toby Davis.
Toby Davis, yes.
He has the voice of an angel. He really blew me away. The power that this man has in his throat is insane.
I think not only that, but it not everybody is able to sing with when it comes to heartbreak. Like emotion, yes. Most people can kind of get by with it. Like it'll be like, okay, like I can kind of put a little sadness in this. But to sing with that much of a broken heart when you're just acting,
it really got me.
Yeah, it really did get me. And I remember telling him this when I saw him like afterwards, like the last song made me cry. Like it was beautiful I'm not gonna ruin anything because I want you guys to go find the bootleg on YouTube. But I think
it's on there. Emily found it.
I think I don't know, like it was just such a beautiful moment, and then like music starts and then he starts singing, and as soon as he sang the first note, I was
tears gone. Right? Yeah. I was crying throughout the whole show.
Insane. Like, and I cannot overlook the other 2 people because like let's go down the list. Caroline is next, right?
For sure.
Caroline
Molly
Game.
Jensen.
She played Molly. Oh my god, I think that role fit her
beautifully.
So beautifully.
Oh my
like
gosh.
Like a freaking glove. I really do.
She's so talented.
She really is. And
what song was it that got me?
The one that got me was when they sang the one all together. Suspend My Belief.
Oh yes.
Which is the end of Act 1. That one.
With You also.
With You is good, yeah. I really, really love that.
When she sang that by herself, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that one's also another hard song because it's an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And I think she executed that song beautifully. And it's not an easy song to sing.
No.
Again, refer to the bootleg Or listen to the soundtrack. It's on Spotify.
Or call
Let's not be illegal here.
Or call Emily and she'll sing it for you.
Okay.
Brendan Calusa.
Yes.
He is incredible. We'll talk more about his acting in Significant Other, but his acting and his singing in this is out of this world.
It really is. Like I said, all 4 of the individuals that they have this summer really are like a force. Yeah. And I think together is where it comes together so beautifully.
And you can tell that they work really well together.
Yeah, they have good chemistry.
We don't know them personally. But, you know, on stage, you can really see some chemistry.
But like from an outsider's perspective, there is something there. Like I feel like they're all really connected, and if they're not, wow, like that's beautiful, because I think on stage it's so seamless.
All right, so
we can talk about her.
My queen, Goldbanu.
Oh,
she is something else. I was looking forward to the show because of her character, and she blew me away. She is a ball of sunshine. And if you want to see her, or if you want to hear more about her, she's in the Camille Playhouse video that we did a few weeks back.
Yes.
But getting to talk to her, like, personally, she's a ball of sunshine, and she is literally one of the best performers I've seen ever. And she was also, when we went to the Henry Awards, she was Heather Chandler. And the power that this woman has in her body is insane.
What she has that's so innate in her already is her ability to demand your attention.
Mm-hmm.
And in this musical, she plays Oda Mae, which is the psychic. And the songs that she has are so... It's like vocal acrobatics.
Yeah.
Like, it literally is. Like, it's
she
like
has to dance and sing at the same time, and it's crazy.
It's real cool at the beginning, and then it gets like bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just like, okay, whoa. Like, that role is demanding.
I'm out of here. That was the song.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
That was the song that I was like, oh my gosh. No, the other song that
the first one that she did.
Are You a Believer?
Are You a Believer, yeah. She got up on the table.
Insane. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it so much. An RGV native that's probably gonna be on Broadway soon.
Yes, so. She's a BFA major in Atlanta. All the people in this cast were amazing, and I think
they all blended really, really well.
Yes, vocally, I felt that the show was pretty darn great. I mean, I can't think of a moment. I can't think of a moment where I was like kind of confused by a note, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you have those moments where you're like, wait, was that supposed to happen?
Yeah, no, it didn't happen.
I can't remember anything off the top of my head, which means it probably wasn't that big of a deal. The people at the Camille are like another breed. Like, and I don't know if you want to announce it in this video. Do you want to? I think we should. Because, I mean, we put it on Twitter, so it's not like it's a secret. We did kind of go out on a limb, and a few weeks ago?
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
No, not even. It was last week.
Shut up. Are you serious? Okay.
Because it was the 15th. Today's the 23rd.
This 23rd.
Anyway, so on the 15th, we auditioned for
West Side Story.
Yes. So we auditioned for their first show of their new season, West Side Story, and we both were lucky enough to be cast as Jets ensemble members. So we're super excited for that. Rehearsals start in August, so we'll be giving you guys more information on that as we get it.
I'm so excited. I'm pumped.
I really am.
I'm really pumped. As most of you know, beside him and Billy, West Side Story is my favorite musical, like, of all time. And
Shade.
And I think just being part of the ensemble is such a blessing and a huge benefit for us. You know, like, I want to grow as an artist too, so yeah, I think this is a great opportunity for both of us, and you'll see us there. September.
I think, the show goes up in September. I think this is going to be a epic growing opportunity for both of us.
Going back to Ghost, this was the best way to start a summer season.
It really was.
It was incredible. I would love to see it again. If they can sing all these songs to me before I die again, I would love to hear that. So, this is your favorite part?
Yes. The diamond? Is it me?
No, your favorite song.
Oh, rip. So change of plans. We're gonna do 2 favorite songs.
Because we can't pick.
We can't pick. So the 2 that I enjoyed the most, because I enjoyed thoroughly probably every song on this list, but the 2 that I enjoyed the most were Are You a Believer, which is basically Oda Mae's entrance into the musical.
My queen.
Which is, what a freaking entrance, bro. Like, I think
my jaw was on the floor.
Yeah.
It really was.
And my second favorite song is the one at the end of Act 1, which is Suspend My Belief. It's kind of like a mashup of 3 different songs, and it's, to explain it in a way that you guys will understand, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of like Molly, Sam, and Carl's perspective on what the next step is going to be. And it kind of is a good segue into Act 2, about where they're headed.
So my 2 favorite songs are 3 Little Words, which I love that song. Emily introduced me to that song, and it's just a beautiful duet. And my second favorite song is the last song of the musical, which is Ascension. It to me, it was my breaking point. I mean, I was crying throughout the musical, and this one really did it for me. I mean, I walked out of there sobbing my eyes out. The person behind me, while we were walking out, she went, "Same, girl, same." I was like, oh, I was just crying my eyes out. It was such a great song, and it really hits you. And if you listen to it on the soundtrack, it's as good as Toby. Like, TBH. He sounds just like him, and it sounds really, really good.
To segue, I want to talk about our diamond this week. This is something that we talked about directly after the show, because we knew we were going to review it, and we were like, you know what, let's just pick it now, because I mean, it's fresh in our heads. We just
Super
saw
fresh.
it. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, say it.
Yeah.
And we did it, and we both agreed on one person. Our diamond in the rough this week for this show is Golbanu Satayish. I really hope I said your name right. If I didn't,
I'll murder him. It's okay.
Please.
She is, like I said a million times, a ball of sunshine, and
she really is.
Your eyes go directly to her when she's on stage. I mean, her comedic timing is perfect. Her lines were so perfectly delivered. Her singing was on point. You know, like it was. She was someone so memorable in our minds that it couldn't have been anybody else. And I can't wait to see her in Newsies as Catherine.
Plug. Yeah. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're going to have 8 p.m. performances. And then Sunday, they're not having any performances on Saturday the 10th. They will have 2 performances on the 11th instead, one at 2:30 and one at 8 o'clock.
But this is going to be intense because all of them are in it.
Yes.
And it's going to be wonderful. I'm sure it is, because
super excited.
They're so perfect.
All right, guys. So that's all we have for you this week. Thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed the video. We had such a great time reviewing it. It was such a beautiful show. We have 2 more of the Camille shows that we're going to review coming up. But our next review for next week is Freaky Friday from Dancing at Tiffany's. We're super excited. It was such a fun show. We got to see it twice. And we got to, as you guys saw on social media, we were able to do a little bit of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We helped to design the poster for the show, the playbill for the show, and we were able to get to know these kids a little bit. And it was truly a lot of fun. It was truly a lot of fun. Yeah, it was. And they put on a great show. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much.
Bye. You have to clink the straws.
Okay, so then... Ew.
Are you ready for this? This is fun. Do you trust me?
Mm-hmm.
If you flinch...
Oh my god, I'm gonna flinch because my eyes are closed. I'm not expecting it.
If you flinch, everybody has to unsubscribe. I'm kidding.
Well, get your fingers ready, folks.
I'm kidding. I'm shivering with anticipation. Patient. Thank you.
We have to do this in between takes, guys, because there's no fan in my room. There is, but we can't turn it on because of the noise.